this Philadelphia media, I don't know where you guys are with the Philadelphia media, guys, but it's really starting to get on the little bit of nerve I have left for them. I can't, I just honestly cannot stand them at this point because there's too many reports. There are far too many leaks coming from this organization, which I think that has to be addressed. You want a fireable offense for Howie? How about the fact this organization is leaking like a sieve? Stop the leaks. Like, everywhere it's going back and forth. These people are not vetting their sources correctly, which is an issue I've been raising forever, which is, guys, don't believe everything you're reading, because when you really go back, guys, I'm a historian, understand that. I am very good at checking your sources. When I went back and checked their sources, a lot of times I found out people like the Philadelphia Inquirer, or should I just call them the National Enquirer, basically what they were doing was sourcing themselves. They were using a lot of speculation, and they weren't really grounding or putting themselves somewhere. Like, I'm tired of these reports, guys. There's another one that just broke. This is probably going to be the last video I make on these stupid reports, but it's got to get tackled, so I'm going to talk about it. What's up, Eagles Nation? What's going on, NFL world? How you doing, division rivals? This is Steven Hyder with Gate City Sports Channel, the sports channel where the cerebral NFL fan comes for about 10 minutes of daily content. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whenever it is you get around to watching this. Once again, guys, my name is Steven Hyder, and this is Gate City Sports Channel. All right, guys, I know I'm shorting you by giving you more of a rant video than the analytical stuff I normally give you. I'm still going to source things behind me, guys. I'm not going to speak out of turn without sourcing where I'm getting it from for you. And I'll try to give you another video tonight, guys, so that way I'm not leaving you high and dry without the type of content you guys are used to getting from me. But I do think that this needs to be talked about, because I've talked with a lot of you guys in the comments, and I kept telling you, be careful of these reports, because when I can't dig into every single one of them, guys, just because there's too many. But every time that I would dig into the reports, I would find out that they were based upon some very, very shady ground. Rocky ground, shady crap going on. It was just bad. They're sourcing themselves. Newsflash. Some of you journalists need to learn how to write correctly. You can't source yourself, you morons. Secondly, I get that you have to protect your sources, but it casts skepticism when 99.9% of your sources don't want to be identified. And at the same time, we're making accusations about players' characters for them not speaking out on the same behalf. You know what? If you're going to make those kind of things, then you need to be aware of the full picture of what you're painting here. Because you can't call this guy out for not speaking on it while this guy won't identify himself. It's the same element of cowardness to me. Like, be a man and speak up if it's how you feel. The third aspect to this, guys, that's absolutely driving me mad is the fact that this organization is dysfunctional. Okay? I am tired of talking about these leaks. How many of you guys have worked for an organization where this crap happens? I've been there before. You get out of these situations because they're just bad, toxic environments. Howie's got to go. I like Howie for certain things. But this guy, he's not capable of managing. And that's apparent. Your locker room shouldn't be spilling the beans like what happened with Alshon Jeffrey and these guys. Your front office is clearly leaking information because some of this stuff can't come from the players because the players don't sit in the quarterback room. So it's coming from the coaches or it's coming from the front office. Like, it's starting to get very annoying. Very annoying, the crap that's coming out. All right, guys, I'm going to just kind of go through real quick, and I'm going to read to you a little bit from Bleeding Green Nation's Brandon Lee Gouton's article that was talking about Doug Pederson actually wanting to retain Carson Wentz as the starter and not actually having faith in Jalen Hurts as a franchise quarterback type. And I'm going to just talk about the origins of where I saw a lot of these rumors coming from, all right? So let's get into it real fast. So I get up this morning, I grab me some coffee, I start the day's work, and I see an article, and I'm like, I didn't even want to click on it, guys, because I'm like, I'm tired of dealing with this speculative crap. Like, I'm tired of it. Stop the speculation. Here's an idea. The next person who speculates is they're cut or they're fired. I don't care if it's Zach Ertz. I don't care if it's Dallas Goedert. I don't care who it is. Jalen Reagor. I don't care who you are. You talk, you're cut. That's how you handle these situations. If I can link it back to you, you're unemployed. Same for the front office guys. Howie, if this keeps happening, you're on your you-know-what. It's got to stop. So here we go. Brandon Lee Gouton puts out an article. The title is Doug Pederson wanted Carson Wentz back as the starting quarterback in 2021. Inside of this article, guys, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory what he's saying here. He's basically saying that when Doug went into that meeting, and I'll link some stuff behind me, guys, from the article, but when Doug went into the meeting, basically what happened was that he wanted Carson Wentz to be the guy going forward. But actually, Howie Roseman believed more so in Jalen Hurts. Guys, I'm not speculating on what is accurate and what is not accurate. I don't know. But it does make sense. Basically, he's like, hey, there were too many voices going on. We need more of a singular voice. I think that this thing is completely repairable. I think we can fix what's going on with this guy. And this guy is a franchise quarterback. I'm not too sure that all those statements are accurate per se. But I think that they're definitely we have seen Carson play at a certain level before. The problem is that you can fool yourself into seeing something from one previous time and hoping that it would reemerge. But yes, I get where Doug's coming from on this. I get it. I'm also getting, to defend Jalen Hurts, I'm also getting sick and tired of watching some of the commentators. I've watched a couple of people. One of the guys that does a segment on JIKIB radio, he's got I saw a YouTube clip of him where he was basically absolutely trashing Jalen Hurts and people that are backing Jalen Hurts, saying that this guy, where people are nuts that they think he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. How do you know? What is your qualification, sir? How about you put me on your radio show so I can embarrass you? How do you know that? How could you possibly know that yet? Please understand, I've broke down where this young man stands currently in his development, but I'm not making any long-term projections based upon 4 games. You're a dumb you-know-what if you're doing that. There's no way you can know that yet. I don't know what the kid's going to be, and neither do you. So let's just talk about where all this started. This all started with McClain, who I personally am not a fan of him. I know that some people love this guy. I think that he is the king of speculation. And he's also one of the people I was alluding to that was sourcing himself. I can't stand people like this. But I want to give him just due of what he said here, right? He writes an article back on January 16th, if you guys remember. It was called Inside Carson Wentz's Turbulent Season and the Forces Behind His Regression. I just want to talk about some of the verbiage he used here, right? He talks about how he clashed with Doug Pederson, right? That he fractured, or the relationship was fractured between these two, right? It's just the nature of, splintered, the nature of the relationship of the verbs he was using to make points. Some of it is not him directly. He's saying that sources told him these things, and some of them are his direct words, okay? I understand not everything is him directly saying that. It's his supposed sources, and I'm not saying that he doesn't have sources. What I'm saying is, imagine I walk into your place of employment, and I only ask 3 or 4 guys that hate you what they think about you and what was going on, what goes on in your job function. And that's my sources, and I don't get a broad enough basis of the sources to understand things. That's what I think goes on sometimes with some of these publications. They have certain guys that they know, and if they don't like a certain guy, and those are your connects, that's what you're getting. But here's some of the things, he said he clashed with Doug. Wentz alone also factored into Pederson's exit. Pederson's relationship with his quarterback had become splintered, if not fractured. That was the ESPN report. That's not, it's not Jeff McClain, just to be fair there. It was an ESPN report. Wentz killed plays for no other reason than distaste. Guys, let me help you. Quarterbacks kill plays. They do. When you kill a play, please understand you're going from killing the play that was called to something that is highly scripted and something that the coaching staff installs. Okay? It's not like you're pulling from the playbook. It's not like Carson's gone, I don't like this play. Hang on, bring me the playbook. Yeah, I want this play. Come on, man. I'm getting tired of these people who don't understand how to play the position weighing in on it. That's not what happens, guys. Now, we can make judgments and we can argue back and forth about whether a play should have been killed and did Carson make the right choice. And that's on the coaching staff to get with Carson and say, Carson, why did you kill this play? What was it about the defensive alignment or the coverage that you saw that made you kill the play? And that's a coaching issue to me. So they go on to talk about, like, things about Press Taylor. So, I think this got overlooked by a lot of people, but he talks about how Press Taylor was a little hard-headed, right? It was a little standoffish. That Press Taylor kind of refused advice from people. Morningwig basically had to end up working with Jalen Hurts, while Press Taylor and Rich Scangarello were apparently working with Carson Wentz. I don't get the feeling that Rich Scangarello played that big of a role, because I know what Rich Scangarello believes in as a quarterback coach, and I didn't see any of those elements in play with Carson Wentz. I didn't see anything that would tell me that Rich Scangarello was playing a major role there. This is the whirlwind of crap surrounding this organization. All right, y'all. Let me just get into some final thoughts on this. My final thoughts are this. Guys, take everything these guys are reporting with a grain of salt. Everything they're saying. If you cannot source it adequately, if you go follow their sources and it doesn't add up, guys, step away from it. It's probably a lot of hyperbole and a lot of bullcrap. Let's just start this whole scene of how Jeff McLean started that article about a fat head in Howie Roseman's office of Carson Wentz, right? And you got Philly 500 goes on and is like, what is this dude talking about? Like, it's a team printout. And it has Fletcher Cox on it too. Like, what? We'll come to find out there are other reporters and other reports coming out that said that, no, Howie actually wanted Jalen and Doug wanted Wentz, Carson. Like, look, I don't care who they choose at this point, guys. I really don't, okay? If it's going to be Jalen, then let's rock with Jalen, man. Let's go, you know what I'm saying? Let's install this man. Let's get the offense built around him. Let's go. If we're going to draft a dude, then let's go do that. If they're going to bring Wentz back because they can't move the contract, which is a real possibility, guys, that they may not be able to move this contract. I'm not saying it's untradeable. I'm saying that the value they want may not add up for what they have to give up from a financial standpoint, how it's going to hit the organization. And that would be the sticking point. Like, I'm just tired of the reports, guys. The leaks have to stop. At a certain point, Jeffrey Lurie, what are you doing as the owner? You want to be an active owner? Start firing people for leaking information. This shouldn't happen. We shouldn't be hearing all this crap. Some stuff is meant to stay internal. It's not meant to be out here the way it is, right? You really need to evaluate some of these guys working for you in your locker room. These guys you're paying money to, and the supposed relationships they have with some of these reporters, because there's a lot of things getting released that are probably not accurate. And I'm getting tired of hearing it, guys, personally. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are getting really tired of hearing this, but that's what my thoughts are, guys. I'll try to hit you guys with another video, like I said, later on again tonight, guys. I apologize, but I had to make this video because I was just really frustrated. And to be honest with you, sometimes this is a little cathartic to come on here and talk to you guys. All right, y'all. Peace. I'm out of here. Don't forget, if you want to support the channel, you can like, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate y'all, man. I'll see you on the next video, guys. Whew. We'll see what goes down, guys.